Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Got a couple of announcements to say, and yeah, we're going to have a bit of a discussion today. This is more of a podcasty type thing rather than an actual gameplay thing. Hopefully I'm going to get some, we're going to be doing some GVGs and Hellgates over the next couple of days. I've actually got a city fight tomorrow as well, so yeah, that could be pretty fun, pretty cool, and we'll definitely get a recording of that for the YouTubes. Why can't I fear? Okay, anyway, so yeah, first things first, we're at 969 subs at the time of this recording. Guys, please spread the videos around. I want to hit 1,000 before release. I think I will, but I just want to make sure there's going to be a giveaway at 1,000, so yeah, you know what to do, guys. Secondly, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream on the 27th of this month. There is a release on Diablo 3, the Rise of the Necromancer DLC. I'm going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. The reason I'm going to be doing this is because I want to kind of have a practice run before the Albion release. I want to make sure that I'm up for it, I'm ready to go. Make sure the PC handles it, you know, what my potato PC has been like over the last couple of weeks, months. So yeah, we're going to give it a go. We're going to have some fun. Oh, I'm dying. But anyway, this video is kind of supposed to be talking about nature stuffs and holy stuffs. Why holy stuff is so prominent right now and why nature stuffs just aren't. So I actually did a meta video ages and ages ago about I went through every single weapon and said why it was good, why it was bad, what they could do to potentially fix it or make it better or anything like that. And there was only 2 real candidates for holy, and there was just 1 for nature, and it was still like an option in the grand scheme of things. So let's actually have a look quickly. We look at holy here. What makes holy good? Holy has reactive healing. It can turret heal. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it means that they can stand to the side if they position well, and they can just spam out the heals. They can just put down an immense amount of healing. They can get a good amount of mana back from it because obviously the Q regenerates mana. You're basically going to be able to spam heals out, and you're going to keep people really, really topped off. It takes a level of skill to heal, truly, but if you're good at it, holy stuff is definitely what you should be using right now, and it's just, there's not really competition to it. So you have the one-handed holy, which typically has the Orb of Secrets next to it, which has immense mana regen, increased energy in the start, or increased mana energy, whatever you want to call it at the start, has the burst healing on single target. It means you're just not going to be able to burst someone single target. The holy healer should always be on top of that. You've then got the Great Holy, which is probably sort of the next tier down from it. But still very, very good. It's got the AoE heal, it's got the knockback, which means it can peel for itself. It's a little bit more energy sort of demanding, but still a great choice for weapons. Can still perform that role of being able to sit on the sideline and turret someone and heal a whole group to full really, really easily. You then look at the other 3. Fallen Staff. The E has the right idea, it just takes too long to react. It's a 1.5 second cast with a long like a long build-up time after that. Sorry, Exion, I can't do that right now. You've got the Divine Staff. Everyone ignores the shield. They just see someone with a shield and they swap targets. It's good, but it's bad. I would never running anything outside of Zerg v Zerg. And then you have the Life Touch. Life Touch could work, but it's still a channel that's going to get interrupted in the grand scheme of things. And you have to have people nearby. I don't know if you can channel it on an ally. If so, then Life Touch potentially is an option as well for that turret healing. You're going to heal a lot, also cleansing negative effects. So Holy can just sit there on the sidelines and turret heals for so long. It's really, really strong, and I think it holds a better scenario in every situation to deal with it. So in Zerg v Zerg, you've got the Life Touch, you've got the Divine, you've got the Great Holy, you've got things to deal with that AoE healing needed. In the 5v5s, the Hellgate scenario, the GVG scenario, you've got the Holy Staff, you've got the Great Holy Staff, both great contenders right now, both of which are going to be hitting some big, big numbers and really don't have much to compete with them. You look at the nature stats right now, and this isn't a negative video, by the way, guys. I'm really, really trying to offer some opinions on what I think could change it and why they're weak at the moment, because people keep asking me, healing's something that a lot of people want to get into, but a lot of people want to play nature, and that's what's putting them off. So let's look through the nature stats right now. The first of all, we have Circular Life. This can be fixed with one simple thing, right guys? allow this to be put on someone. And what do I mean like that? Like, basically, the Sacred Pulse ability from the... that one. Allow that wild staff to have that. It means that you can give yourself pretty good spread healing, and then you can stick that on a melee or a frontliner, and they're going to be doing a lot with it. And I like that. That's really cool. I like the idea of that. The 1.5 second cast time's a little bit too long. But yeah, that could be really, really strong. Make it so it's not purgeable by a Great Curse. And that could be really strong. I will talk about the Qs after, just because that's a whole nother matter. The Druidic Staff, don't let the Spiritual Seed be purged. Just that is simple. Just don't let it be purged. It's a strong ability then. I think this could actually come to see play in the meta more so if that Spiritual Seed wasn't something that could be purged off. The Blight, I've mixed one there. The Great Nature, I just don't like this ability for an E. It doesn't feel powerful enough. Like, I cast a Great Holy E Explosive Heals, I think it's called, and that performs a lot. That gives a lot back, and it feels good. It feels powerful. This feels underwhelming. So, go away. This feels underwhelming. I don't really know what they could do with this, but I think it just has to have something better. Potentially, what I would like to see from the Great Nature Staff. How about this for an idea for an ability, right? The E puts all 3 stacks of your Q on. So instantly you can target someone, put all 3 stacks of Q on for a longer duration, and they tick at twice the rate. This means that you can burst heal someone, right? It's not an insta burst, but it's pretty quick healing, and it's good sustain healing. You can put that on someone, forget they exist, and move on to the next person. Again, it makes it quite strong. I think at the moment this just isn't going to be strong enough, and no one has played this as far as I know. You then have the Blight Staff. The Blight Staff is the demon armor with a little bit of healing as well, which I don't like, truthfully. That's my opinion. It has the potential to be good, but no one uses the demon armor either for the same reason. It's just not very good. You have to channel it, and it doesn't offer enough back to your team. The Wild Staff then. The Wild Staff is actually one that does come out in Zerg v Zergs, and I think this is what it's built for. It's built for that Zerg v Zergs. It's going to heal the low health targets in that area, and that's pretty cool. I do think the cooldown's still a little bit long, and the cast time's a little bit crazy, to be honest. 2 seconds is a bit too high. But again, I think it's good for what it was intended to do. It was built for Zerg v Zerg. So, what do I think? So the E abilities on most of these, bar maybe 1 or 2, are a little bit underwhelming. The other things we have then, if we actually look at the W abilities late game, you have Protection of Nature, which could actually be good if used right, potentially. It's 10 seconds of increased. Yeah, that could actually be insane. You could put that on a frontliner like a Claret and just go, right, go nuts, you're not going to die. Apologies, I just dropped a can of Coke. It's awkward. But you could put that on a frontliner and just go, right, go, go, go. And they're not going to be able to do anything about it. It's a 15-second cooldown on a 10-second timer. You can pretty much keep that up on someone with a little bit of CDR. So like an omelette or something, you're pretty much going to keep that up permanently. That's really, really cool. That has the ability to be a great ability if used right. It doesn't offer any healing though, so kind of gets back to the whole throughput thing, which it's good at preventing healing, but it isn't good at actually offering healing. You've got the Cleanse. Cleanse is great. Any cleanse is great in all scenarios. This is a ranged cleanse, which makes it probably the best cleanse in the game currently. Revitalize yourself or your allies. Again, it's just a burst healing. Anyone who's played WoW, this is regrowth to a T. It's good, it's strong, it's got a low cooldown, a little bit too high of an energy cost. But I am looking at the tier 8 one, so it is whatever. But yeah, you can put that out. I wouldn't say it heals enough, but it's still something, it's still good. And then obviously Vile Thorns for soloing, which is another thing entirely. I think that should be changed slightly to allow them to solo better, but still that's another thing entirely. The problem comes when you have the Q abilities. So let's look at this one. Creates a small spell area that lasts for 12 seconds. A heal over time effect will be applied to the first ally entering the area. The effect will heal them for 77 every second for 4. Now that's an amazing heal, that really is. However, it's only on one ally. Half the heal, but allow it to have 5 ticks, which means the same ally could keep running into it 5 times every time they need a heal. That means that whoever the nature healer doesn't have to worry so much about actually spam healings. People can go and be reactive with it themselves. And maybe have like a Kappa 3 down. You can have mushrooms down. That would be a really cool mechanic. Make them even targetable so they can be killed. But yeah, you then have rejuvenation. I think they need to change this from the if it's reapplied on max stacks, all stacks are consumed and you restore 31 energy. So I was having a conversation, I believe it was with Costin the other day about this. There's a couple of different ways you can change this. One in my opinion anyway. On the 4th cast, so you've got 3 stacks, on the 4th cast, all stacks are consumed, or sorry, not all stacks are consumed. You restore the energy, and all stacks are, you refresh the stacks, but they degen, like they run out 100% faster. But you also get the heal 100% faster, so you would heal a lot quicker. You basically heal at double the rate. So if you're getting 20 hit points per second, that's 60 per second for 8 seconds. So effectively you would get 120 per second for 4 seconds on your 4th, which means it gives a little bit of burst healing, allowing them to be a little bit more sustainable with that. Not sustainable, a little bit more throughput, which is really cool. I think nature should be Holy should be the sustainable healer. I think nature's just got to be the one that can go, yeah, I can keep everyone alive until I run out of mana. It's a good mentality to have, like have one that is amazing throughput but doesn't have the sustainability, and have one that has great sustainability but doesn't quite have the throughput there. Something else that could potentially go with it is all stacks are consumed, and you get like a heal buff potentially, like you do on the passive for Holy Staves, like that. So you get a heal increase for like 20%, so you can potentially just, like a good healer can rotate around and keep that up while keeping the increased stacks. I know we have that, but I think it could be even stronger if it was just baseline and make that into something a little bit cooler. Or again, do it where all stacks are consumed, you restore the however much energy, and you have a burst of healing on that target. Based on whatever, you can do it based off the actual heal amount. So again, if we go back to the original stats, which was 60 per second for 8 seconds, if you cast it as soon as you can, it heals for the remaining amount. Which could be quite easily a 300-400 heal on someone. That's an amazing heal. And suddenly the throughput's there, but the sustainability isn't there just to keep spamming the Qs. So you have to play smart. But I definitely think, for those asking me right now, what makes nature weak? I'm actually going to see if I can find this guy. He keeps jawling me. For the people asking me what makes nature weak right now, Great Curse Staff can just purge their dots, Mace can purge their dots, while then to a meta, Nature's just not really going to get a play unless there's some change with what can and can't be purged off the Nature Staff. Because in fairness, if it can get purged, it's just not doing anything, and that's really weak, to be honest. And it doesn't have enough throughput to compete with the Holy Staff. It just doesn't have the throughput to be competitive while not having any sustainability. Like, I was watching a GVG earlier with Ketka healing on the Nature Healer, and basically as a fight was getting halfway through, the Holy Healer still had like 50-60% mana, and Ketka was just completely out of mana. They were losing fights based off that, and the Druidic Healer wasn't offering too much more than the Holy was for that length of time. So this is my 2 cents for it, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me which staff you want to play. You healers out there, tell me what you think. Do you like the Nature Staff? Are you going to play it regardless? What would you like to see on the Nature Staff? I'm really, really interested to hear your thoughts, guys. So thanks you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch you later, boys and girls.